Hey everybody, welcome back to Puck Drops here. This is Peter Five, your host, of course. We've got Game 2 of the 2020 Western Conference Final coming back up. Dallas has a 1-0 lead in the series over Las Vegas. I'm feeling pretty good today. I've had a pretty a relaxing day. I've been able to do some stuff. I had a class today, and also we'll be trying to get actually broadcasting a professional sports game. Not hockey. There's no hockey ones out, but preferably a soccer tournament out in Austria. They need a broadcaster, and they're going for my school to get some broadcasters. So I'm really excited. Hopefully, I can get the gig at some point in this year and like stay on. So I'm also kind of trying to use this to get better at broadcasting as well as staying here. So I'm really excited for tonight. I got some stuff to study for tomorrow, but right now I'm having a really chill day. So hoping Josh, of course, Ravens 8, who's usually on this channel, hope he comes through. I hope all you guys can come through and watch. Also, haven't eaten anything today, so I'm going to be having a little bit of a dinner, as you can see with this thing. Well, let's look at Dallas. They made the Western Conference Final since 2008, and they really were able to bring up their defenses. Jim Nill, scout from the Red Wings, was the scout there when they beat Dallas last in the Western Conference Final. Get this team a real good future. Get this team into the conference final as a general manager, and they've gotten better defensively, and that really showed in Game 1. You got to see like how good Klingberg was. You got to see his defensive status. You got to see like how he was as a leader. Like it was really interesting to see that guy play. So for him, he was one of those pickups that really got this team going. Jamie Benn, of course, this Tyler Seguin line. Man, they made a great trade when they got Seguin as well from the Boston Bruins with the Eriksson trade, the Louis Eriksson trade. Man, that worked well for Dallas. Like that really, really worked well. Oh man, just getting a drink. They're showing Seguin right now. I'm not sure who's going to play in goal for Vegas tonight. Oh, we'll see, though. We'll definitely see who it's going to end up being. But, yeah, it didn't work for Fleury, but I think it was less his fault and more that just Khudobin just was insane. Like, he was on another world in that game. Game 1, excuse me. Like he was just at some point of an elite level. Like really good. The way he was just coming across, making all of these saves and just finding other ways possible to stop pucks and be that top time goaltender that you would need. And he has been a backup for some time with Boston. He was with Dallas. He had a previous stint as well. You know what? He's gotten better, though. He's gotten better each time he's been in the league, and I really don't think he'll ever be a starter. But he's shown that he could be a backup and he can win games. And he may be called for, if there's a real problem with Ben Bishop, to start and win a Stanley Cup. And I think he's ready for that. Khudobin has just grown in leaps and gotten to that extent of complete capability. Oh, hey, Josh Ravens 8. Hey, The Fiend. Bray Wyatt, you may just see. I just notified you that I was doing it live, Josh. I didn't know if you would remember. Just reminding you again, just in case, that I will be doing every game that's in the playoffs for the rest of the playoffs. So the conference finals and the Stanley Cup final. I will be doing all of them. Trying to juggle it between all of these other tasks and homework and stuff I can do. Thanks for the like, too. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. The more you like and subscribe, the easier it makes for me to get more videos, and then the more people in community I can talk to come through and make different videos. Hey, I'm Ram Deniar. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to say, Josh, don't stress yourself on it, man. It's just a stream, but if you had a chance, yeah, of course. That is happening right now. We're just awaiting some time. As I was saying in the intro, you probably missed it, but as I was saying in the intro, I have a chance to with my group that's going on. So where's this decorated Boston hat? It's at my house. I haven't got back. But as I had a chance to do it before this game started, I wanted to let you know that my school is doing some sort of like an internship type program where we have a chance to do broadcasting for actual sports teams in actual leagues, not like college, like real professional sports, German basketball, Austrian soccer, and no hockey, but Japanese baseball. So I'm going to try to get the soccer, and I want to let you know that I'll try a really professional broadcast to get myself ready for that because I'm really excited. And I'm in a really good mood today, too. Lehner is in goal. No Marc-Andre Fleury. The Stars will end up with Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, and Alexander Radulov at the center side. The crash line, the smash line, the thrash line, the broken chips of Vegas is starting. Carrier, Nosek, and Reeves is back. Now the face-off one, and it will continue there. Schmidt in the back end for Vegas. Schmidt has been really good in these playoffs, scoring 2 goals and having a decent amount of assists for his makeup after getting thrown by the Washington Capitals into the expansion draft a few years ago. Puck finds its way over to Nosek, and it can be taken by Benn. Jamie Benn rattled, and he shoots it in across the Lehner. It can be spiked off the far boards by Theodore, then along the Lehner as well, and then it comes into the Dallas Stars zone. Lindell off the stick, and then it was poked away by Seguin, careened into the Vegas end. Carrier hit, and then Martinez as well checked. Seguin looks for the puck, and then Pitlick trying to intercept it, and then Theodore brings it on off the glass, trying to pitch it into the Dallas zone. He does. Stevenson run down by Lindell. Dallas Stars trying to get it to center, across on for Dickinson. Dickinson back through. Held on a cross by Stone. Tried to tip this one back to center, and then it goes and is cleanly held into the Las Vegas zone. Knights try to shoot this puck in as well and throw it around. Then the Knights will continue it with Carrier and as well Reeves, and then taken by Janmark, and Janmark shoots it across. It can be scattered and then hop, jumped, and skip over where McNabb was. The Stars journey it across, a pass in for Radulov, save later, rebound, puck is loose, and then taken by Faksa. Faksa in behind where Carrier was. The Vegas Golden Knights bring the center. Marchessault passed it off for Carlson. Carlson stops the brakes, trying to backhand one to Schmidt to the far point. And then checked off of Faksa. Knights shoot in. Hudobin goes in back to recollect it. And for Waugh to the point, and the Knight was going to the bench. That was Marchessault who was supposed to hold it in. So it goes right into the Vegas zone. One shot on goal for the Stars, none for Las Vegas. Schmidt will take this puck through again. And then it will sky high and be offside. For Las Vegas, you look at it, and they're offensively skilled, but they've got to really check hard because the Dallas Stars are taking their offense out. Chicago couldn't do it. As stingy as Vancouver was, they couldn't keep the puck in along and didn't know how to cycle, so they weren't able to do it as well. But Dallas can. Poke checked away, still no goal scored by the Vegas Golden Knights in this series. Only one all-series by any team, and that was John Klingberg around this time last game. Stars bring it in. Gurianov looks for hints. Gurianov is offside. On Vegas, you like everyone except Reeves. I don't mind Reeves. Yeah, I don't really hate anyone either. Although the one guy from the Devils I don't like as much, John Merrill. Rick Bowness, his second trip to the Western Conference final, a conference final ever. He used to be up there with the Canadians when they went to the conference final. Puck shot in along for Schmidt. Schmidt off the stick, burrowed down, tried to slam. Yeah, I know why you hate him. The hit to Tyler Mott, that was a dirty hit. But I think I did show and I did say, if we want to know again, that as this puck is offside, no, a call coming up against Dallas, I think, for interference against John Klingberg. I remember Reeves, but that wasn't a legal hit. That was a dirty hit, but I don't think Reeves is a dirty player. He just goes over the edge. Lindell hits Comier and Carrier, and I don't know. Vegas will get a power play. Reeves had a huge hit, but they said it wasn't a penalty. It was just high. So Vegas will have their power play off of the Klingberg penalty. And if Klingberg, the guy to score the only goal of the series, is the one to be thrown in the box when Vegas scores their first goal of the series, that's hockey gods. Pacioretty will take the face-off. Moved out with Stone. Smith on his left. Stone on his right. Pacioretty shoots this puck through. Stars trying to clear. They don't have a good odds to anyway. Carlson is out there and Theodore to play defense. Pacioretty looks for Carlson, and then the puck flown back down where Theodore can touch it. 9 of 44 these playoffs on the power play. They had 4 chances on the power play. Theodore shoots this wide off of a chance, and then Carlson backhands it to the point. Theodore shoots it along on the left wall, trying to tip this one through on Stone, and then Dallas gets it. Janmark across the board trying to stifle it to center. He does, but he doesn't clear. He holds on, then flips through as he's hit by the Vegas bench. 1:18 left in the man advantage. Theodore dangles close to center ice, where Martinez is. Then Stastny to the left circle. Holding on, Heiskanen clears. Lehner back down there will shoot the puck to the sideboards. Martinez on the center. Dangles. Back for Tuck. Tuck backdoors to Marchessault. Marchessault to pass. And then that was Stastny, and too far for Stastny, who backhands it on a cross. On for Theodore. Schmidt in his wheelhouse. Trying to pass one in there. Backdoor play, almost like the Pettersson play Vancouver uses. Martinez holds the puck. Lines it. Martinez there. Schmidt shoots. Save. Hudobin. Schmidt another chance. Backhanded, and Alexiak brings down Marchessault. Dallas Stars will clear the puck. Hintz. Foxo was able to bring that puck through as well. Then Lehner sticks it out of there. Vegas will have one last chance on their power play. 15 seconds left. Schmidt brings it into the Dallas zone. Dickinson backhands this through to center. With 5 seconds left on the penalty to Klingberg, and you can give that 0-5 in this series to the Vegas power play. Actually, it didn't end. Stone was offside, but there's only 2 seconds left in the power play before they go in the neutral zone. And Hudobin will look upwards to go see exactly what was on the penalty clock. So now the face-off in. Stone works in Sagan, and Sagan wins the draw for the Dallas Stars. Stars length this one off the boards. Gurianov trying to intercept. Stevenson into the zone. Then Whitecloud. 2 shots on goal for Vegas, 1 still for Dallas. Golden Knights almost like a power play, but taken away by Klingberg. Stevenson worked it on for Stone, taken by Whitecloud. Whitecloud, a shot, lasered one on by and trying to bank it off of Hudobin. Chance in front. Stevenson too far. Stevenson then. That won't work. Another shot attempt, and that was deflected off, and Dallas brings it to center. Thrown on for Stevenson, and the Stars still try to tip it out. It's a battle on the board. Stone has a chance. Stone steps in, holds, with the shot, save Hudobin, and that was Pacioretty, and the rebounds are skying to the boards, so Vegas can't do anything with it. Almost kept it in, but on the blue line. A fight for it. Vegas trying to keep there. Then Stastny had a break. And here's a chance for Watt. Shoots. Larson, his glove stop. Hudobin. Whoa! What a save! A back pass. Waugh brings the puck across center with so much speed. A laser beam and a huge stop by Anton Khudobin. And he has brought his game to this series. Andre Vasilevsky-esque. He makes the initial save, goes back. Vegas Knights bring it in, and I think Stastny was trying to deflect that puck. Shot off the face-off, board play, and into Khudobin's mid-section as he stopped the puck. What a save by Anton Khudobin. What a chance for Vegas. 13:56 left in the first period. No score. All right, guys. I have to go check something at my dorm door. I'll be back in a second.
Which helps us a lot of money. Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request? Oh, I'll have to check.
All right, all clear on that one. But yeah, so Vegas gets robbed. No innuendo, please. I feel good. There's nothing but hockey, relaxation, some TV and video games is nice. Man, goaltenders robbing all the teams that you like. Yeah. Good goaltenders, too. They're also not, like, really the starters. Like, these are not guys that are expected to be everything for their teams. So we're back. Intermission and back. 13:56 left in the first period. No score. Khudobin has not let in a goal in almost 4 periods. Very Thatcher Demko-esque. Not the same way, but he is holding the fort, per se. A face-off between Pavelski and Stastny, won by the Stars. Alexiak shoots it off that sideboards, and the Stars race for it. First guy is Faksa. Faksa tried to shoot one on net, and he didn't have much chance for it. Not great zone time by the Stars. Vegas has fixed that. Pacioretty flies to center. Waugh in with it. Sticked away and taken back. Pacioretty in the right circle. Pacioretty holds up. Waits to the point. Schmidt fakes the slapper. Then a wrister through traffic. Taken away. Then Waugh battles. Then behind. Trying to put his stick there. Then Pacioretty with the chance. Pacioretty whirls in behind. Back-handed one through. And then rattle off. Flips it to the boards. Taken by Schmidt. On for McNabb. McNabb off of Fox's stick. A turnover. Fox brought it on to Ben. Ben holds up. Waits. Here's Alexiak. A drive. Deflected off the side boards and then close to Faksa. Faksa on back. Puck to the point. Heiskanen gets it through. Picked off. And Vegas tries for a rush, but Heiskanen is such a skilled defender, and a Star comes careening to the boards that they keep it in. Faksa on along to Alexiak and an offensive wing. Then Como. Then Faksa. Faksa to Como. And a chance odds for Vegas still working with it as Dickinson's line is there. Marchessault holds on the right wall and shoots in over the high stretched glove of Heiskanen. Then the Alexiak takes a hit from Reeves. Whitecloud trying to keep it in, but it went off the skate of Smith, and it was skied to the point. Then they shoot into the Dallas zone, the Vegas zone. Still battled through in this battle of the tables. And here comes Sagan, a shot. Caught in the air by Lehner with the glove, and Ryan Reeves gives a little shove to Tyler Sagan. Yeah. Me too, as a Vancouver fan. Me too, obviously. But my friend, I told you, who's a a Rangers and an Oilers fan, also loves the new Seattle team. Like, that's been his thing. Like, he can't stop talking about Seattle. In fact, he's the kid you've seen on this chat, Josh, Tommy Bavaro. Yeah. If you see that kid come in again, actually text him that I'm on air. But if you see that kid come in again, he's a Rangers, Oilers, and Seattle fan. So it's a little strange. Puck comes off the line. Hintz with the rush on goal. Shoots off a goaltender. Hintz in behind, looks for a point. And that was Lehner that he shot off of. Good puck possession to try to work it away. And then the pass is taken back from Carpenter, given across into the Dallas zone. Thrown back behind. And Vegas still leads this shot on goal measure 5-4. Off of the bank boards, try to keep this one in, and then Vegas works with speed. Center to Stone. Stone on the forecheck. Back from Pavelski with his broad white stick, and Stone tries to chase. Puck in behind the Dallas goal. Still through, and then taken away from Stevenson on across to Tuck, and then McNabb looks on Stone. They still try to go through it. Here's Tuck. Tuck with speed. Tuck holds on to the puck, waits to the point, too far. Goes to center, then Theodore waits for everybody to get onside. Now he does. Theodore, bank pass and a great hit by Lindell as the Stars throw it in. That's Klingberg. Klingberg, the Nicholas Lidstrom of Dallas, endured a hit, and then Waugh able to bring it up. Rips this one through. Taken with a hit, a Stastny on Klingberg. Then Klingberg to Faksa. Then Pacioretty tries to keep it in off a turnover. Almost a breakaway, but off of a Dallas stick. Theodore first to get it in behind his own net, and Faksa chases. Smith in behind, gets it across to the right wall line, and Vegas has to go back to the bench because of a delay offside. Then the goaltender touches it, so now they can. In his own zone. Then Whitecloud off of the puck through, and Jamie Benn lasers this one across. Taken by Holden. Holden to Whitecloud. Whitecloud Carlson shifts it across. Taken by Smith. Battled in front. Save Hudobin. Vegas had a chance. And a good goaltending play there as Corey Perry lifts it across. Perry goes in. Shoots along. Vegas will bring it out. Here's Whitecloud. Whitecloud sends it on into Dallas ice, and Dallas skips it to center into Vegas ice. Puck will go to close to Lehner, and then it will be touched across by Holden. Dallas brings it across to center. Hintz, and then Gurianov. Stars run into, and Como tries to race in, and Kiviranta is now on the ice for the first time since he scored that Game 7 goal on this Edmonton ice. Kiviranta chases, can't get the puck. Lindell spun away. Kiviranta with the puck, holds on for Gurianov. The two rookies connect, but it went high. Back for Kiviranta on the point. Shot one later. All stomach, all save. 8:38 left in the first period. Good goaltending play, good defensive play in Edmonton. 8:38. No score. Does he like Detroit like us? He likes them, but he doesn't like – it's not his team. Like, he likes them kind of like – I don't know. I don't know what teams you kind of like, but, you know, if they're good, it's whatever, but you don't really – you don't hate and you don't dislike, and you kind of like them, but he doesn't root for them. He just kind of likes them. Yeah. I mean, I got to deal with some guys like that because I have him on. Yeah. Well, if you think that's bad, not only is Tommy on this radio show with me where he likes all those teams, but I got the Devils fan as well who likes the Bruins and the Capitals. So you think that's bad? It gets worse. Imagine talking every day on a radio show and having every Canuck comment met with laughter because I have a Bruins fan. It's fun though. I love our radio show that we do for our college. It's great. Also, if you wanted to check it out, it's on Saturdays at around For now, it's on Saturdays. It'll be on Wednesdays, I think, soon. I'm actually not sure the day, but either Saturdays or Wednesdays from around 2 o'clock. If you go on, I think this will work in Canada. If you go on iHeartRadio and you type in 90.3 WMSC, I'll type it here, and you listen to us on, I believe, 2 o'clock Eastern time. So that on Sirius XM. So on Saturdays, I believe at 2 o'clock Eastern time, which is, I want to say, 11 o'clock Pacific time, in the morning, you can hear us do our show. It's going to be real-time recorded when we're allowed to go on our radio station, and that'll probably be around 3 o'clock Eastern time, so around noon, and that'll probably be, I think, around on Tuesday. We'll do that show. Stacked one in front. Tansen hoot open and a save made as Lindell was able to poke it through to the boards. Pavelski still works and pressured. Pass to the wall. Banked along where Schmidt was, and the Stars break in. Klingberg has the only goal of the series, and he backs it through McNabb. A shot on a puck hit the stanchion, and it fell back in. Bieksa-like, and Klingberg hands off. And then it was picked away and sent into the Star zone. Klingberg races by and gets it. John Klingberg shoots it off the skate of Schmidt. Stevenson jumps the player to go pursue. Back across for where Gurianov was. Backed it through to center. Wristed one through and battled from Lehner. And the Vegas Golden Knights will scoot it to center. Stone is there to go battle with Tuck. Tuck in on from Alexiak. Knights work away with it. Stone on the right boards. Smith in behind, and then Tuck. Tuck with a chance at a wraparound. Backhander on Stone. Rebound. Hudovin's down. Whitecloud buries. Shoots. It didn't get by. And then Whitecloud gets it across again. Arister, that one went off of traffic, and then Stone to the point. Kept in, and then Tuck in behind. Fights off of Alexiak, and then Arister from the point. Deflected off of a Star. Gurianov gets it, tries to send it through, and it finally will skip to center. The Stars can change. Pacioretty takes a hit, and back for Whitecloud. On to Theodore. Whitecloud goes and changes. Pacioretty spins this one through. On from where Como was. Waugh on a hit. Pacioretty there as well, trying to loosen the puck. Then Como, and Ben brings it to center. Jamie Benn with speed. Ben finds the middle. Ben tries to glove it down and take it, but a good hit by Theodore was the reason why he couldn't do that. 2-shot on goal lead by Vegas again. Como off the boards. Stastny through. He doesn't like either. His thing is, my friend Tommy's thing is he really hates the Bruins. That's his one thing. Bruins and Penguins he really hates. And he doesn't like the Islanders either. Those are his things. Flames, no, he doesn't care for the Flames. He kind of likes to laugh at the Flames. I don't think he really cares about the Blues. Not really hates or not really cares, but just doesn't care. Perry, pass in front too far for Sagan. And then Ryan Reeves to jostle it back to center and taken by Carrier. Carrier takes a hit in front of the Dallas bench and then gets back up. Stars fly to center. Schmidt is back defensively for the Vegas Golden Knights to go through with it. Nosek on along for the first time since puck drop. Reeves jamming away, tries to layer a hit. Carrier hits from the back. Reeves comes in through with his stick to try to jostle the puck loose. And then rattled back. On for Reeves, who lays in another hit. Carrier on through. My Devils, Bruins, and Washington Capitals fan hates the Penguins, the Maple Leafs, and I don't really think any other teams. I don't think he really hates anybody else. He doesn't like the Canucks. But that's also because he's a Bruins fan, and he has problems. Nothing against Bruins fans, just an opinion. Waugh trying to pass that one for Whitecloud, tipped again. And then for Janmark, Matthias Janmark shoots it through. Pavelski chases Carlson. Pavelski with the hit on Carlson. Nosek to try to bring it out. Carlson finally intercepted by the Stars. Dallas keeps it in. Pavelski off the far boards. Vegas brings it to center. Smith is out there. Carlson backhands it to Hudobin, who reaches out of the air and covers. A backhand by Stone went off the body of Hudobin. A great chance for both Vegas and Dallas. 3:16 to go, no score. Yeah, I know. But the Leafs to us, like most everyone, and my other friend Tommy, it's not so much a team that we hate. It's more a team to laugh at. The Leafs are fun to laugh at. I'm sorry, Leaf fans. But even the most diehard Leaf fans will tell you that that's correct.
Hey, Pasta, the only thing you got going on the ice is the cold brew.
We're back here late in this first period. Probably going to see. Right, I know. We will see. Oh, man, I know this has nothing to do with sports and hockey, but there's a commercial that goes on at these hockey games on NBC that actually doesn't play that much. It's not one of those middle-of-the-run annoying ones. It's like for Kraft cheese, and they got the parents and everything, and there's a bunch of kids just screaming what they want, and usually you're not supposed to hear what they're saying, but one of the little girls just jumps up and screams, "I want a bucket of chicken," and that gets me every time. It's just having such a good day today. Lime Sprite. Today's still hockey, not even, because the East Coast, there's only about 3.5 hours till midnight. So, man, that's interesting. Football is 2 days away. Houston Texans and Kansas City Chiefs. If Houston could upset Kansas City, I'd be so happy. They probably will, but that will be like only one of 3 Chief losses. Puck finds its way through back in this game. I was wrong at the time. Now 4 minutes to play in this hockey game. Glove down to center. It was 3 guys trying to go at it like girls at a wedding. And then the puck found its way into the Vegas zone. Then Vegas trying to jam it into the Dallas zone. And the defense is just so excellent here. Alexiak throws on the Hintz. Starts trying to cross one over. Gurianov back on. Gurianov trying to pass one in front and stick wide by Leonard. A star went down as he was trying to glove down through shades of Tim Thomas and Henrik Sedin years ago in the Stanley Cup final. Stars shoot in, that's Hintz. Rattled on along from Ben. Trying to keep that puck through by Foxa, and then Vegas will send. Here comes Carrier. Stops up, waits, looks for Reeves. Pinned by the boards. Puck goes to center. I think the Chiefs will go to the Super Bowl and lose to the 49ers again. I think it's going to happen, but reverse. I think the Chiefs will go to the Super Bowl. The 49ers will go to the Super Bowl, but the 49ers are going to beat the Chiefs late in the Super Bowl. That is my prediction. San Francisco over Kansas City. I mean, we need a repeat sports championship 2 years in a row. 2 and 3 doesn't count. 2 years in a row. Last time we've had it, either team, it was the Lakers and the Celtics in 2010, 2011. And the time before that, the Red Wings, Penguins. And whoa, what a series those were. Oh, no, they're making the Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs are going to have the best record in the league. A lot of people aren't buying the Chiefs' hype this year, and I never did the years before. No, this team's for real. I think the 2 best teams in the AFC, maybe not record-wise, but the way they are going to meet in the AFC Championship game, and that's going to be Indianapolis and Kansas City. And if you think I'm jumping on Indianapolis because they're good or whatever, because I like the Colts. Remember, my second favorite team is the Houston Texans, division rival. I don't like the Chiefs, the Colts. I don't like either. I don't like the Colts, but they are going to make the AFC Championship game and lose to Kansas City. Lindell tried to pass that one in front, and finally he got it to the side of the net, and then the Dallas Stars bring it in. Alexiak, a shot, went wide, might have beaten Lehner if it was on net. Lehner has not let up a goal since Game 6 against Vancouver. But Hudobin has not let up a goal since Game 7 against Colorado. Both goalies who know how to shut down the fort. Puck thrown to center. It will be noted, though, that if Lehner did not make a larcenous glove save on Brock Besser in Game 7, he would not be here today, and his team would not be here today. Alexiak chased down by Smith. In behind his own net, trying to pass that one in front. It did. It get flicked on for Radulov to play for Heiskanen. Heiskanen backs it for Pavelski. Pavelski holds. Toes it to the boards. Radulov looks for Pavelski, taken away by Smith. Riley Smith trying to backhand that one through. Como goes down, and here comes Marchessault. Marchessault back to Smith, to Marchessault. Shoots to the outside of the net. Former Panthers tried to hook up there. And then the Stars will go to center, glove down. And he tried to reach the puck, but he lost his stick, did McNabb. Stevenson waits for everybody to be on side and come off the bench. Then they send. Here comes Tuck. He has Stone. Tuck to Stone. Tuck too far. Passed in front again. And then Kiviranta gets it through, but McNabb is able to shoot into the Stars zone. Stevenson chases Heiskanen. Less than a minute to go in the first period. No score. Schmidt also tries to pursue. Off of his back is Ben. Ben rips this into the seats. And with 46.1 to go, there will be a face-off in neutral zone. 8-5 shots on goal favor Las Vegas. This Klingberg shot, actually, that was ripped wide, went off a Vegas stick. And here's the chance with Lundell across. And yeah, the Stars are just playing excellent defensively. Something that Vancouver and Vegas could not do. Chicago could not do against Vegas. Ben lays a hit. Here comes Janmark as well. Ben in front for Como. And no Star was there at the point. The Stars are better defensively, but every time they get into the zone, they pinch. Look out. Here come the Knights. A chance for Stevenson. Stastny, who could not get back to hold the puck in. 15 seconds to go. Holding it to Martinez. From the left circle, shot, save, rebound. And it circled wide to the slot where the Stars can get it into the Vegas zone. White Cloud spun to Martinez. Martinez to the corner. Vegas will flip and hold, and that'll end the first. No score after one between Vegas and Dallas here in Game 2. We're down by 10 plus in each of their postseason games. They can win like this for so long. Yeah, I understand. Like, you're going to have to score goals. They can score goals, but they've just realized how Vegas, they've done a very good thing. They've understood how Vegas wants to play. They want to play the breakout pass. So they're just hitting them and forechecking them. And if you say, oh, why can't Vancouver do that? It's because the only team that's allowed to do that is an experienced team that knows how to cycle. And Dallas knows how to cycle. The Blues, they didn't do well, but they knew how to cycle. Oh, the Chiefs. Oh. Yeah, that's true. They have some good defensive players that can do great things. You have to remember, a Chief fan will tell you absolutely that they won the Super Bowl because of a fumble. True, but they have some fantastic defensive players. They got a defensive Pro Bowler, but that's defensive players. They have great defensive players. They don't have a great defense. They create a lot of turnovers because the offense of the other team is taking huge chances because the Chiefs have to match them in an offensive shootout, and also they've got great playmakers that know how to create turnovers. But a specific defense, they don't know how. If you can lock them down in a defense, you'll win. It was a shame, though, that the Ravens lost to Tennessee last year because, no, I don't like repeat champions, but I'd love a Super Bowl, the same two teams. I'd love that. I don't think that's ever happened. I would really love that. especially in this day and era. I would just think that'd be cool for the Chiefs and the 49ers. But yeah, you're right. They don't have a great defense. But it is unfortunate that Tennessee won because Baltimore, Kansas City would have been an amazing AFC Championship last year. And take that there was no COVID, so fans were there. And instead of Arrowhead, it would have been in Baltimore. And that would have been spooky for the Chiefs to play on the road. In Baltimore, Rutgers, Baltimore. That would have been really cool. We'll see how the Ravens do this year. My Giants should be competitive, and Houston as well, but neither team is going to have a real good chance to win the Super Bowl. Not even close. Even make the playoffs. But that's true. Oh, that's right. They were a repeat champ. Oh, that is true. I forgot about the NBA. Into the Cavs Warriors. Yeah, I think that's a fluke, though. Usually they're good. Usually it's good. I still don't really like the NBA that much, and I play basketball. But usually that is good with that. Let me tell you something. Repeat champion finals work 99% of the time, are entertaining 99% of the time, and everyone loves them 99% of the time, including you. Notice I didn't say the word 100. We found that 1% a few years ago, and that was the Cavs. Not only was it too many times, but it was the same type of basketball. It's very boring. But if you look at some of the other times, the 2010, the Lakers and the Celtics, that was huge. That was like the two big teams, but it was fun and it was entertaining, and people wanted to see it. And you didn't know it was going to win the whole time. Even though I believe the Lakers won both times, it's still and on the same time in the hockey world, nobody was arguing Red Wings Penguins. I know both of us were upset when 2009 and Max Talbot helped, but I hate the Celtics too. I told you I'm a Knicks fan. Well, a team I hate the most is the Pacers. I was very happy to see Miami beat them. Meanwhile, Miami, actually, I'll provide some updates on that game. I was watching that game earlier. I'll provide some updates on that game because Miami was winning at halftime. They have a chance to eliminate basically the President's Trophy winners. That's essentially what Milwaukee is. And obviously, Giannis isn't playing. He shot some shots, but he's not playing. I'll actually put the game on if you don't mind, man. If I put the game on, I know you can't see the TV, but just because I wouldn't be able to see if the game was back. But I know that usually the game will probably start at 9, the second period. So I'm actually going to put on the NBA game just to look at it and see what's going on with Miami and Milwaukee. Right now they're in the fourth quarter, and I believe it's a 6-point lead for the Heat. That commercial right now, but so obviously you want Toronto to beat Boston. As I said, I did pick Milwaukee to win the NBA championship from the preseason, but as I said, I really don't care as much because I'm a Knicks fan and my team is terrible, and there's not really any real local teams unless you count Boston, and that's not so. I would like to see, although Toronto repeating would be great because then people can see that as good as Kawhi was, it's not him. It's a franchise. That this franchise has really turned it around. I know you're a Raptors fan. I figure that. Most people from Canada are. Although you guys used to have a team. You had the Grizzlies. Which people forget, especially Americans. I tell them about that, and they said, I show them the Grizzlies, and they thought that they were always in Memphis, and then I photoshopped Vancouver onto it. Like, what the hell? You know? Like, I would take the time to Photoshop a city's name onto a logo.
Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
Man, there's a lot of commercials for a game that's nearing its conclusion. NBA does a lot of commercials, a lot more than the NHL does. The NHL may have far more annoying commercials, but the NBA takes a lot of breaks.
Order some pizza for the kids, or order Subway. Big football all time growing up.
Paying it so much, stand over and laugh in the shed.
What's in Italian BMT? Phone here every day. Now get a free foot long if you'd like to. Because it's foot long season.
All right, so they're showing some highlights on here, of course. Go play live. I didn't know when they left, yeah. Oh, it was 2001, I guess. Okay. So right now it's 79-71 Miami. Milwaukee just made it 71-74 with 7:24 left in the fourth. Yeah, 0-1. Owen was a really bad year for my hockey teams. Because let me tell you something. I don't like the Avalanche. Canucks lose to the Avalanche in the Avalanche's run to the Stanley Cup. Then the Red Wings don't even get a chance to face and beat the Avalanche because they lose to the Kings, who were terrible. Then the Avalanche go to the Stanley Cup, and they beat my Devils. My Devils having a chance to beat the Avalanche and win the Stanley Cup 2 times. Ray Bourque, yes, but man, 0-1 was not a good opportunity because all 3 of my hockey teams made the playoffs, and all 3 of mine choked. And if the Red Wings would have beaten the Kings, the Avs probably would have ran through all 3 of my teams to win the Stanley Cup. Like, yeah. Just remarking the whole Sports 2001 thing. It's going to be 83-74 Miami. This guy's going to get a free throw, too. And just look to see if these if the second period's coming soon. Now, they're talking about the Tampa Bay Islander massacre from last night. Also, yeah, as I said, I will be doing the – yeah. It definitely was. Some on my TV. Sorry. Yeah, 2001 was, and also think about it too because I'm in the New Jersey, New York area. What is going on with this TV, man? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. My TV's just kind of been malfunctioning today. One of the reasons why is it's now 87-76 Miami is because I have my hats of the teams in the conference finals directly into the sensor area of the television, so I don't think I can really check my remote that well. Yeah, 2001 was a really rough year, definitely, and New York, New Jersey area really felt it. If that was one of the things you bring up. One of my, yeah, that was absolutely. But, 2020 to me actually hasn't been that bad because it hasn't really affected me as much. But for a lot of people, it is, obviously, this coronavirus thing. And I'll tell you, I just like the American government, I know I've been seeing politics. I know the Canadian government has done some great things about this disease and done some not so great things about this disease, as the American government has. And you know what? It's one of those things where I really say just have common sense. If you have common sense and you do the right thing, you don't act like a stupid person during this whole time, you should be fine. Just listen to what everybody's saying. If you want to go, at this point, they're allowing people to pretty much leave the house whenever they want. So if you want to leave the house, just be responsible about it. That Avalanche hat, it's not with me. It's at home. But yeah, I don't like the Avs. I'm telling you, I just have never liked the Avalanche. That and Chicago's another team like that. I used to like Chicago, not anymore. The Avalanche, yeah, I mean, ugh. First of all, Canuck fans have to remember this. If any Canuck fan ever wants to support the Avalanche, remember that the 2 times the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup, they had to get through Vancouver, and they humiliated us both times. Remember that also. Vancouver beat Detroit in their first run as well, and in the second run they beat the Devils. Yeah, it's not. It's bad luck against the Avs, and a lot of people say that it's easy to root for them. Let me tell you, this core is really fun. I like their core, I like their guys. So if people say like, "Oh, it's easy to root for them. Why don't you root for them?" I say I can root for their players. They seem like really cool, guys. It's a nice core unit. But the team, no. I'll root for Ian Cole and Nathan McKinnon and Gabriel Landeskog and Eric Johnson and Andre Burakovsky and Azam Kadri and Pierre Francois, but I'm not rooting for the Avalanche. No way. I did, though, like that core that they had McKinnon's first playoff year in 2014 that lost to Minnesota. I do like that core. Right, that core was cool.
I just had to open a Corona. Oh, you obviously know nothing about football. But you do know how to win the draft party.
So what hats I have now, I will tell which deserve decorations. Again, I just have the hats of the teams that are in the playoffs in my room. All the other hats are at home, including Vancouver and New Jersey. Well, actually, I do have some Devils. Yeah, that's true. I have 2 Devils hats that I'm not using, but I have them. They're there. My Canuck hat is at home, but this is my really cool Red Wing hat. I should wear on a stream. But no, I just have the 4 teams. I have Vegas, Dallas, New York, and Tampa Bay. We go back to NBCSN and see what's on here now. Still in the intermission. Now they're going to commercial. Hopefully this basketball game ends soon. The Los Angeles Denver. Nope. Who are they playing? Houston game is going to start soon too. So, just looking at, if you didn't hear me talking, I was just looking at the Milwaukee game so far. Lopez just got a tip in. It's 87-80 with about 4:50 left in the fourth. If Milwaukee can win this game, which they don't look like they're trying, but if they can win this game, it will be interesting to see if Giannis Antetokounmpo plays. They're calling way too many fouls. Basketball really – the playoff games actually do a pretty good job of not doing that as much. But yeah. Definitely. All right. I'll see up this game's back on 87-80 left. It's 4:43. This game's probably going to end before the second period will start, but I will definitely look at it to see what's happening. But yep, I was dead right. The second period is just about to start. Here we go. Another time we go when you look at it, he was drafted by the Wild. He's been a big time hockey player, obviously, showing 11 teams in different leagues. He played in multiple NHL teams with the Wild, the Stars, and the Bruins. 2 tours of duties with Boston, 2 tours of duties with Dallas. Actually was the backup on the 2013 Cup team. And then he was the backup in the 2011 on the 2013 Cup team. Then he went to Dallas. Then he went back to Boston. And then he's back in Dallas. And now he's in the conference final. And Boston's not. Stars will lug this one through on for where Hintz was. And across to the backside. Still no score early in the second period. It has just started. No sector pass one in front. A deflection by Reeves was not able to put the backhander through for the first goal of the series for Vegas. Carrier to the point. There's a chance and glove down by Hudobin in midair. What an opportunity that the Las Vegas Golden Knights had, as there was Reeves trying to backhand it through, but it was too far on the stick, kind of laughing and jokingly looking on the video board to see how he was able to put the puck through. His teammate Carrier giving him a sorry. It wasn't a great pass to Reeves. No problem. We'll get him next shift. Lindell passes through the boards on a cross for Hintz to go get it. And then McNabb will touch behind, and it's icing against the Stars. They look at how Reeves has played. He put a big hit on Ben. He almost boarded Lindell. I was hit there. He's been hitting, and when the pucks come to him, he's made plays. Really showing on how big of a player he's been. Although you'd think that if Mott didn't play that game, he would have missed more game time. Stars try to bring it out, but Vegas keeps it in. A shot clock. Rebounds out there, and it cannot be corralled well for the Vegas Golden Knights, but it does for Dallas. Reeves tried to put that one through, and then Stevenson and then Waugh chases, and the Stars dump. Como battled there by Klingberg. Waugh tries to work it in along, and there's Como. Como waits for a pass. Slinks to the blue line. Here's Klingberg. Klingberg shoots off a stick, and it went wide. Taken, though, there by Ben. And Ben to Como. Como to the backhander. That side taken by Waugh. Foxa for a hit. And a penalty coming up against Stastny. Vegas will go on the kill. Dallas to the power play. Drew Halloween, dude. YT, it is no score. We have no score in Edmonton. A hooking call on Braden McNabb on Blake Como as he was going net side presence. The deflection there shown on Stastny. So the Dallas Stars are going to go on a power play with 18:40 left in the second period. Not at zeros. Rogers Arena is better than Rogers Place. You telling me? Absolutely. Stars rink this one through, and the Vegas Golden Knights clear it. Hudobin gets it for Heiskanen. Heiskanen, where Perry is. Then Heiskanen has Perry on his right. Finds Foxa. Foxa past the check. Reeves there. Carlson clears. 15 of 53 of playoffs on the power play. The Stars did score their one goal in game one, but it wasn't on the power play. They're 0 of 2 on the man advantage. Third power play of the series for the Stars. Vegas has had 5 man advantage. None scored on. Stars to the left wall. Working on for Perry. A shot save. Later, and it's sticked out of there. Kept in the zone. Looks for Heiskanen, and then the pass was way too faulty, and it finds its way all the way down to Hudobin. Back for Corey Perry. Former Duck found its way for White Cloud and then taken by Rattleoff, and then the puck is cleared. Khudobin on for Klingberg. John Klingberg skates through, sends his pass back door to Seguin, who sends it to Ben. Ben through. 2 sticks on for Pavelski, the first power play unit. Ben is out there. Seguin trying to stick it away. Nice clear. What a play there by Stevenson. Khudobin shoots this puck close to center, then Seguin back into his own zone to go for Klingberg. Klingberg fights off of Smith. Then here comes Seguin. Seguin to Rattleoff. Rattleoff, Pavelski shoots deflected. And Pavelski is down, and he gets back up, and then the night's clear. What an excellent penalty kill performance by Vegas. Klingberg behind. With 5 seconds to go in the power play, Klingberg through with a chance. Goes over for Rattleoff, and the Knight is out of the box, who then shoots through, and that was McNabb. He tried to slap it all the way around, but then the Dallas Stars have a good chance at getting it around. Gurianov to Perry, and then Vegas sends it. Pacioretty off a stick and a skate, trying to get it through, and he found a pass there, which was all the way to Tuck. Tuck hit by Heiskanen. Tuck fought off by Hintz, and then to the boards. Thereby Holden a save, and then Khudobin sprawls as Tuck was trying to crash. And what a chance for the Vegas Golden Knights. But there, I just looked at the shot by Pavelski, actually missed the net. Quick update in the NBA. It's 89-85 Miami. So here's the opportunity on Lehner, where Lehner makes the stop, and Perry shoots. Fox had another shot, and that one was able to ricochet off the boards. Marchessault off the faceoff. Now they have Carlson to go against Dickinson. 2 goals, 4 assists for Corey Perry. In is Lindell off of the draw defensively, trying to get it back for Seguin. Seguin rushes, and then the Vegas Golden Knights spin it through Theodore. Theodore to Carpenter, to him, and then not Carpenter. He goes to Dickinson. And then spins to Theodore. Theodore slides down, and he must have just tripped himself because they did not call a penalty on that. Not necessarily that if somebody was tripped by themselves, you would still always call a penalty, but that was the case. Holds on. Como shoots. Save later. Puck goes to the point, and then Waugh away with it. Waugh into the zone as Pacioretty with him. Waugh looks for a teammate. Finally has it. McNabb. Shot to the point. Save. No, they score. Waugh deflects it in. And it's 1-0. Vegas. Saxy will get the goal. So Waugh sets this up. This is a shot. He delays. And he shoots to the net. The Pacioretty and Saxon throws it in with Waugh on the corner. And Theodore's actually thinking of Theodore takes the rest of this is all happening. And Vegas just goes down the ice, shoots for a deflection, and what a play by Saxon to make it 1-0 Vegas. Stars, they're trying to send it through, an opening hit on the boards. Vegas brings it in. Ryan Reeves picked off. And then McNabb at center. Finds Carrier at 14:56 of the second period. Has scored the first goal of the series for Vegas. And a glove save by Lehner. The first goal from Vegas in the Western Conference Final since Ryan Reeves' tip-in goal in Game 5 of the Western Conference Final a few years ago against the Jets. This Stastny deflection is what gets it along the icing line against Dallas. Here's the offensive zone face-off with the Stars. Lost. Taken back off the boards, then Tuck. Knights shoot it through the corner boards. Now you can hear the goal being announced to Paul Stastny. His first of the series, his second consecutive goal for the Vegas Golden Knights after scoring an empty netter in Game 7 against the Canucks. Trying to keep the puck in are Vegas in their offensive zone. Tuck lost it from Hintz, and then finally Dallas can go around to Gurianov, trying to make a double deke. Good defensive effort by Stone, who finds a chance by Tuck, trying to wind one, and he's offside. 13:55 to go in the second period. We have a goal. Paul Stastny, 1-0. Las Vegas Golden Knights. We've got a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Miami is leading 91 to Milwaukee's 87. A 4-point lead for the Heat, trying to eliminate Milwaukee and head to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time since 2014. The Bucks are trying to go for the second straight year.
Now get a free foot long if you'd like to. Because it's foot long season.
So Stastny has been a real workhorse for Vegas. Really look at his stats after being a young player with the Avalanche and then going on around and having a really good career with the Blues. Really where I started to see him and understand his play. When he was a St. Louis Blue. Then he went to Vegas. And Stastny in Vegas has been just a really great player. I actually went to Winnipeg after St. Louis, I remember. Went to Winnipeg and then went over to Vegas. And in Vegas, he's been huge. A guy that plays on the power play, a guy that can center a third line when he's more of a second line player anyway, so he doesn't have to have all the pressure. Really fits with his Vegas core. Talking about some shenanigans that went on with the broadcasters as they set up for this face-off, and it's thrown to the boards off the furrowing stick. And Pacioretty backs this one across to Stastny again, looking for his second. Stastny wheels one stick to the point. Martinez on goal, and he shot it wide. Stastny on his horse to the blue line. To Martinez, a shot off a stick. Waugh fights on to go get it. Klingberg there. Shut it off a stick all the way down. But Theodore grabs it and falls down again. That's the second time he's fallen down. Seguin back across for Smith. And Smith gets it as Seguin has to pick off his stick. And here's a chance. On is Martinez for Pacioretty. And again, the Stars try to poke it out, but they can't. Another shot from the point, from McNabb. As Radek Faksa will body his way through to center. The board door was open for a Vegas change, but it never happened. A chance in on Marchessault. Shoot, save, would open. Then it goes to Smith. Trying to far angle hop one like he was able to score earlier in these playoffs against Corey Crawford. But it never worked, but the Knights keep it in. Marchessault holds the puck. Holds still. Got tripped, and he's just staying on the ice. He's trying to plead to the referee for a call, but finally comes Corey Perry's going to the penalty box. The Vegas Golden Knights back on the power play. So Marchessault falls down, completely tripped. Instead of trying to go up, he tries to play the puck, and also I think trying to plead to the referees that he was down, and the referees finally make the call. And here's the play by Smith, who missed the net completely. He was trying to go far angle high side on the goaltender Hudobin. 12:34 to go. Smith, pass in front of the Solanas power play shot. Pacioretty missed the net. Back to Smith. Smith. Carlson to Theodore. Back to Smith. Holds it. Trying to pass to the net. Deflection there. Carlson tries to jam it past him. And then Theodore keeps it in. Theodore to Pacioretty. Back to Theodore. And the puck bounced past his stick. And it goes all the way down to Laner for a Dallas clear. Works it back off the stick handle and then all the way down for Theodore. Theodore to center. Banked it on across where Stone was. And then at the point, Pacioretty, Carlson, shooting score! Carlson! What a shot! Wild Will has made it 2-0. A pass to Theodore, right to Carlson. Crosby goes over eventually, and nothing the goaltender off of Hudobin. What a shot! The laser beam that Hudobin might have stopped, but he did look to his right, so anyway, he definitely able to do it. This is an excellent shot, and it is 2-0. Hey. Puck one, of course, still 2-0. The first game that has featured more than one goal in this series. It's 2-0 Vegas. And that puck from the point by Nick Holden to make it 3-0 goes to the glove of Hudobin, who stops it. And so an excellent Dallas first period ends up being not the greatest of second periods for the Stars, but excellent period for Vegas. So now the face-off gets to be prepped. Tuck hands off to the boards. Stone there, and then Radulov through the center. To Klingberg, and Klingberg upset. The Stars commit a penalty. Radulov is going to the box. Vegas back on the power play. Radulov off the boards as you watch. Just slashes Stone for no reason. It's not a penalty it's usually called. I don't know if I'd call that all the time. But if you're going to call it, yes, it's a bad decision by Alexander Radulov. And Rick Bowness, head coach of the Dallas Stars, he knows it. Knights win the faceoff. Theodore back through. Theodore to Pacioretty. Pacioretty to Stone. Stone to Pacioretty. Pacioretty back to Stone. Stone to Smith. Shoots far side. Wouldn't work. Stone back to Pacioretty. To the point for Theodore. Theodore to Riley Smith. Smith shoots that one off a stick. And then taken by Pacioretty. Shea Theodore. Smith off of his stick. And he tries to get the puck through. And then Lindell will shoot it past the stick and all the way down. The Vegas Golden Knights get through quickly, though. Trying to make two off of Pacioretty as they get through. From Theodore to Carlson on the Smith spot. Then Theodore shoots. Score! Off of Hudobin's side, it might be time to pull the goalie. Radulov leaves the box. It's 3-0 Vegas Golden Knights. And it's all big sides of focus here because this is a super shot with Pacioretty in front. And Shea Theodore, his last two goals, were goals on brilliant goals on Thatcher Demko in the Vancouver series scores a brilliant ripper on Khudobin, but the Dallas Stars are just challenging this for goaltender interference. They are going through something, kind of challenging this, I guess, for some sort of goaltender interference to make it 2-1, to make it 2-0, not 3-0. And if it is Pacioretty in front hitting Khudobin, they will call no goal. But if Khudobin can see it, obviously it'll still be a goal. And the call is goal on the ice. That's the big thing here, guys. We need to understand that there must be irrefutable evidence. Here's the call. Nope, they haven't made it yet. I haven't seen your comments. I'll look at them after this. It is no goal. Oh, this is a change. This may help Dallas. The Pacioretty contact takes off the Theodore blast. Pacioretty's skates are wrapped up in Khudobin's skates. Khudobin can't move, and that's the call the referee's going to go with. If Pacioretty stays on his side and wraps up with Lindell and Smith just stays in front of the eyesight, it's 3-0, and Radulov is on the bench. But okay, so this power play will continue, but it's going to still be at 2-0. Avs have used toilet paper on the logo. That's true. Yeah, that's true. The light strip thing, whatever that thing is. Theodore holds to Carlson. Carlson on the left side trying to pass that one for Marchessault in the middle slot like the Capital power play does. That didn't work. Carlson chased there by Janmark. Vegas trying to exit their zone. They do. Here comes Smith. Smith drops it off for Pacioretty. Pacioretty, and then Vegas will get it in front for Stone. Stone to Carlson. Carlson twirls. Back for Carlson. Backhands to the point. Here's Theodore. Shot by Marchessault off the point. Then Smith. Smith to Carlson. To Theodore. Theodore. There's a chance by Smith. Swallowed up by Khudobin. They tried the two-body net front, and it did not work. And yes, it definitely has given the Stars momentum, especially if you take into account that there are 21 seconds left on the power play, only 21. A killed power play, Radulov out of the box would be huge. Radulov, though, has got to give some pats to all the goaltenders and, his goaltender and all his teammates for bailing him out. Pacioretty's still shaking his head, talking to the ref, thinking, how is that not a goal? Man, I was in front doing my job. Ref probably just explaining him the whole thing with the skate play. Marceau to go after it. Stastny tries to pull this puck through. Tuck. Then to the point. And Martinez to back that one in front. Marceau to shoot this one on him. And then kept on for Schmidt. Schmidt outlines, and then Radulov's out of the box pursuing Schmidt. A chance for Stastny to try to wrap it through. A night went down. And then Schmidt, a shot. Gloved by Khudobin. And Marshall tries to touch Hushkin, and then Como brings down Marshall. So there's pushing and shoving and real animosity between Dallas and Vegas. 8:35 left in the second period. 2-0 Golden Knights. No, it's not going to be a 5-minute major penalty. I'll check the NBA. All right. We have a final score in the NBA. Miami wins 193-94. The team with the best record in the league is going home. The Heat knock out the Bucks 103-94 and go to the Eastern Conference Final. Now you know if your Toronto Raptors win 2 straight games, now you know who you're playing. Toronto and Boston to play Miami. We're the first team in the NBA to advance to the conference final. We'll go up 2, but I think that'll be 5 depending on the ref. We'll see. I personally don't think they're going to call any penalty. Here we go. We're back here. For Tuck and then that play on Marshall's though, but here's just the big goal next, just trying to shoot it on net. But you see if Dallas continues with this peppermint and there's still, there's going to be a continuum of the same type of play. And Dallas may be getting a momentum lift because Vegas isn't cycling the puck and just shooting it at goal for saves. To center, Sagan. Sagan shoots, center goal saved by Lehner, and he will do nothing with it. But it's interesting how Vegas has now upped the ante on shots on goal, not even able to read the tally. 21-9 in favor of the Knights. Jamie Benn with 5 goals in these playoffs, 9 assists and 14 points up against Calgary, Colorado, and now the Golden Knights. His 50th career playoff game for Jamie Benn. He's played against numerous teams in numerous playoff runs for the Stars, but he's never played in the conference final. Never played for any other franchise. Klingberg jostles for the puck and then to Gurianov, and McNabb got hit high in the face. And Jamie Benn is going to the bench, but they're going to have to look to see if this is, up high. I think this is just a 2-minute penalty. This is just a 2-minute penalty because it's a high hit, a little too high. Or he got sticked high, and roughing is the call. It's the correct call. That is not a 5-minute major. No. That's I know because you're rooting for Vegas, but that's the correct call to make. A 2-minute minor off of a hit that's 100% legal, but incidentally the face is nicked, and if there's any contact up high to the face, you got to have a penalty just to protect other players as a force of standard. It's another Golden Knights power play. Short on 1. Theodore to the right circle. Back for Theodore. Has Carlson on his left. Carlson steps up. Gets it across to Stones with the banking. Then Pacioretty. Then Theodore. Then Riley Smith. Carlson. Smith's in front. Carlson. Back it to Theodore. Theodore shot on net. Deflected. And then to Pacioretty, who backhands it through close where Stone was. Now Carlson. Carlson in front for Smith. Now to Theodore. Pacioretty slap shot. That deflected high and then clear. Here comes Theodore. Banked it on back for Pacioretty. That pass in front, and then Carlson goes to go race for it. Lehner on for Carlson. Spinning away, now Schmidt. With a minute left on the power play, Nate Schmidt lost the puck, then got it back. Finds Tuck. Tuck loses his stick, then gets it right back. Then here's Heiskanen. Banks it off the glass. And finds Schmidt again. Nate Schmidt, low to the icing line. Finds Tuck. Tuck to Marchessault. Marchessault to the point. To Schmidt. Shot. Tuck deflection. And it went out. I don't like Dallas. I don't really care about Dallas. Not really comment. I care about comment. I don't care about Dallas, really. Theodore makes his play through, and then Carlson, that's one of the reasons. Here's Schmidt. Toe drag. Glove save. It open. So Pacioretty's slap shot actually barely nicked off a skate, and then it did hit high on the goaltender. And while this was happening, Theodore got repairs. He got nicked up close to the chin, and he's getting patted down. That was off of the play from Ben. Schmidt, and then a chance on one-timer. And again, rifled wide. Vegas has to go get it and try to bring it to center before this penalty clock is over. Martinez brought it to Marchessault. Marchessault pass in front off a star. One last second for the power play, and it's over. Theodore, then Marchessault. The Stars will clear, and now a chance in for Ben. Ben trying to cross over, pass in front, shot, save later on Janmark. What a save by Robin Lehner. Ben comes in, makes a great play. Instead of trying to cross over the man Schmidt, who's an excellent stick defender, which Hughes tried to do in the previous series, he passes a puck over the stick to a feeding Janmark, who goes through, shoots this puck reboundable off the body, but Lehner just makes this stop. Like a huge save. Me too. I like the Mavericks too. Mavericks also have a bunch of nicks on their team as well, which is cool. Alexiak drive! And that deflected wide. Ben trying to fight off, and then Seguin around. Tyler Seguin looks for a passing lane, trying to shoot this one to the net. Ben on a deflection, never was able to get it through. Alexiak takes a hit on the boards. 5:35 to go in the second period. Vegas brings it out. And a 2-on-1. Stevenson has Nosek. Stevenson to Nosek. Back to Nosek. Score! 3-0. Vegas. This is a brilliant play. Poetry and motion. Four-step foul. Both to Stevenson makes a play. And he found Waugh, and when Waugh was the right there, was able to get the Tomas Nosek. Bujak, Cock, Joe, Steve, over on the Goldman. And it is not the Dallas night. That's off the camera and out of the net on the Burley play. Right off the leg of Anton Goldman, and then a 3-0 night. Nosek goes down on the face-off. Nosek trying to throw some punches in. And there is still some action here between Nosek and Yappin. He wants to go. They weren't able to control the face-off cleanly because the gloves were starting to look like they were going to come off soon. As we take a look again at the battle on the board. As Alexiak went down the far. Waugh makes the play. Stevenson comes up. Stevenson looks at Nosek. Waugh gets in the middle. Waugh past Stevenson. Nosek. Goal. So Ben, Seguin, and Radulov, the top line, the lean green machine, are out there as a unit finally, as they were most in the regular season. Dallas needs a spark, and they need one soon. They started this second period, tied at no score. They're going to end it at least down by 3, or at least letting in 3 goals, excuse me. The first one there, and Stevenson shoots it off the glass and never had a real good chance. As this puck is continuing to play. The first one was by Stastny. The second one was by Carlson. And this one now by Nosek. Tries to feed Tuck. And it circles all the way down, and a rare Golden Knight icing. Now, Mark Stone was able to feed that puck. He was the one through, and Seguin's back on the bench. They're really just shaking their head. Dallas just doesn't know really what to go with. Stevenson is back on the ice, but Nosek is on the bench. Nice work on the defensive side. That shoot went on Lehner too far, and then after a shot by Janmark was deflected into the seats from a Dallas stick. 4:18 left in the second period. 3-0 Vegas. So I'll be back at commercial a little bit for the last 5 minutes of the second period, seeing if Dallas can do anything to come back. Which usually it's just not been that way for both teams, of course. But Dallas can get better if they can get better shots on net, obviously, and then I'll be more efficient while passing. But we'll see how that works. If Dallas can get into this game, or Vegas is just going to take over this game 2 and this series, and then we'll also see how the stage will be set for game 2 tomorrow night between the New York Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Of course, we're broadcasting that game. So Tuck, Marchessault again. These are the passing plays that they're showing on TV that have worked. And yeah, if you look at it, that's what they're doing. They tried to just shoot the whole time. Vegas is passing and possessing the puck a lot more. Vegas has a 4-minute mark higher than Dallas does, at 16-13 to Dallas's 12-13. Stars keep it in. Heiskanen lost off the draw, so it goes back into the Star end. Stars really just want this period to end and try to figure out a way if they at all can come back into this series, into this game, to try to have any semblance of taking a 2-0 lead in the series, which looked very visibly and very visible and very possible in game number 2 at the beginning of the second period. But now it's 3-0 Golden Knights. Alexiak brings it across, fights off of Martinez. Then the puck comes to the point. What a pass by Dickinson. Perry tries to jam it past it. He can't find it through there for the opportunity. Holds it on for Heiskanen. Heiskanen with it. Still behind. Trying to find Perry. He does. Corey Perry past Stastny. Perry to Heiskanen. Heiskanen in front for a chance, and it would not go for Kiviranta. No offensive player, winger, forward, center has scored a goal in this series for the Dallas Stars. It was just the one goal in game 1 by the defenseman John Klingberg. Watchers pass on front. Carlson for the slot too far. And then Carlson trying another chance, almost like that Vegas power play, but it hasn't been a power play. It's just even strength. Stars bring it across. Throwing that one off a stick. Hintz off of Whitecloud's stick. And Hintz and Whitecloud are going after it. Hintz trying to put a fist into Whitecloud's face. Whitecloud trying to push back, and Reeves trying to separate everybody as well as the ref. But Reeves has continued to yap at Roope Hintz, who will finally leave the picture. But that's the Carlson shot actually hit the stick and then the pad of the goaltender Hudobin before it was cleared away. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, Josh Ravensdale. We'll be doing the rest of this game. 3-0 in the second. So I'll see you tomorrow at around 8, maybe 8:10, whenever the game starts between New York and Tampa Bay. Or you might come back. Okay, we'll see you then if you come back. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow for game 2, Tampa Bay Lightning, New York Islanders, Eastern Conference Final. Chosen play. Goes to center. Chipped off the boards. Como chases McNabb. Vegas in, Nosek. I have to take my hat off. Apologize, guys. My head is hurting me. On where Klingberg was. Stastny goes to try to take it from Hudobin. Hudobin levered, gets it to Klingberg. Knights trying to steal it. A stick went out of play. And McNabb's going to go to the penalty box for steering the stick out of play. And Reeves is kind of animated. But he'll just hop his way to the bench. And so McNabb goes in to the penalty box. And the Knights will go on the kill, and Dallas will go to the power play down 3-0. And so what happened was McNabb came through to Ray McNabb knocking the puck out of Blake Comeau's hands as Ryan Reeves mouthed, "Oh my God," seeing the play in full motion. But this stick, yeah, it goes right into the seats. So the Stars to the power play, and then Smith shorthanded. Oh, and he missed the net. Riley Smith somehow was caught short-handed as the Knights cleared and missed the net with the backhander to make it 4-0. Rattle off of that stick side. Carlson short-handed here. It almost looks like a Knight power play, but Carlson lost the puck. Finally, the Stars will be able to possess on this power play. About a 15-second change in difference between the power play clock and the game clock here in the second period. 3-0 Golden Knights. Klingberg passed to the side of the circle, then back off of White Cloud, then thrown by Stone. Stone to the break, shoots high, and it can be taken by Rattleoff. Rattleoff to Klingberg. Klingberg hints is on his right, no one on his left. The guy in the middle that gets, the guy in the middle that gets the puck now will be Heiskanen. Heiskanen behind Hudobin. Heiskanen steers close to center. Heiskanen off a stick. Heiskanen through bodies. Then off of Schmidt. And then back close to Perry. Perry to center with 35 seconds to go. Perry will shoot in. Foxa in behind across from Schmidt. And then the puck finds its way to the boards. Gurianov with it at center ice again. Still in the power play. Now the power play will end for Dallas as Vegas does clear. Thrown to Hudobin. Hudobin sticks it in behind. 10 seconds to go in the second period. 3-0 Vegas. Gurianov shoots to the puck. Knights keep it in. Held on for Martinez. Martinez shoots, save Hudobin. No rebound, and there's a little bit of fighting now. Dickinson trying to throw some punches at Nosek, and Perry gives a shove to Theodore, still yelling as Wes McCauley's trying to scream over everybody to stop and go to the locker room. But now the period will end with a chance at the buzzer for the Vegas Golden Knights. And this is obviously the play that was made by Smith, who missed the net. But at the end of the second period, as Reeves still is yapping, 3-0 Vegas. They're 20 minutes away from tying the Western Conference Final. All right, guys, I will be back in a few moments. Got to make a call. So end of the second, 3-0 Vegas. So, back. Second period hasn't really started yet. The second period did start. Intermission hasn't officially even started yet. It's still on commercials. We're really early in, but we're ready for the third period, and then we'll see what happens if Dallas can come back. Obviously, I will have the game as far as it goes, but after game's over, I'll clock out in the stream. I'm probably gonna study a little, some homework and stuff, do some other things, But whatever. We'll get there when we get there. So I take some look at the NBA right now, and wow, almost the end of the first quarter, and the Lakers and the Rockets are tied in probably one of the most important games of the series that it's going to happen. We'll look back at Game 3, and they're tied right now between Los Angeles and Houston. But we'll see. Obviously, what happens. Dallas, of course, gonna have to get better. You looked at how they played in this game, in this series, in this game 2, and that period, and they had a decent period to start, but man, did they ever bottom out? Like, that one chance that they had really just did not work. The way they were not having any good zone time, their shots at the net were not there. Vegas took the opportunity to make great decisions, and that's the thing. Vegas made the better decisions. They were more precise with their shots, and what do I say? It's the team that makes the better decisions and plays better is going to be the team that is going to be the team that will have the best chance to win. So Dallas is going to have to get better zone time. Their goaltender has been good. So that's the thing. Nobody really is having any issues in net. The one goal that Vegas let in the series is a fluke goal. Khudobin has not let in any bad goals. The defense by both teams have been very good and very stingy. I think, though, Dallas has to have more zone time, and their offense has to be more committed to scoring goals. We saw a lot of goals scored in the Calgary series, and we saw a really good amount scored in the series against the Avalanche. Dallas has not scored goals in this series. Like, we've hit 5 periods of play, and Dallas has only scored 1 goal from a fluke puck that just was a rolling one, shot by a defenseman in front of the goal with no other defenseman there to intercept. Dallas has to be better. As Nate Schmidt is talking, Dallas has to be better with their forwards. They have to understand when we're at the shooting the puck. They got to show that they're the Western Conference Final and they can score goals. They can't just defend the whole time. And I know that, Josh was talking about the Kansas City Chiefs when we were talking about football, and you can't score a lot. But in a hockey sense, the Stars can't just decide, we're just going to defend the whole time and sit back and not score any goals. You got to do both. At this point in the playoffs, you have to do both. Even the Islanders have shown that they can score, and they were drilled by the Tampa Bay Lightning. But you could see their puck possession and work, and you could see their offensive players getting into it a lot more than the Stars guys have. Radilov's barely touched the puck. Sagan barely touched the puck. Ben has been a force, but Heiskanen has had a bad game. Like, these are guys that have to be better for the Stars. Perry committed a penalty, and he was not great. Pavelski barely touched the puck. the Stars have an offensive core, and you've got to get at it in this third period, especially down 3 goals. And Gift given a package because it would have been 3-0 earlier if that call was not, that call was not the goaltender interference with Pacioretty's skate in front, which is a little bit of a faulty call, but it hasn't helped Dallas. Dallas has not gotten kick-started, and they're going to need that. Obviously, with the way Vegas plays, it's one of those games where Dallas has to find a way to not lose. Like we said with the Canucks. I said with the Canucks. You got to be better. And we'll see how if that third line, fourth line for the Stars keeps going. The Vegas Golden Knights really have figured them out. Just keep on the zone time, pass the puck a lot. They can't stop the pass. They figured it out. Vegas can't switch. And if the Stars get being tighter defensively, you just try to spread their defenses out and make them run around. If that's the case, Dallas is going to end up giving up in this game. And if it continues in the following games and Dallas doesn't make some real progress, the Stars will end up the 2020 Western Conference Final like the 2008 Western Conference Final. And And Vegas will be going to their third Stanley Cup Final in 2 seasons. So, there's no other way to say it. See what happens. If even as good as Hudobin's been, if he gives up another goal, especially before the first 10 minutes of the period, if they do pull him just to give him a rest, I would personally. Maybe another goaltender helps. They're showing, of course, the goaltending pulley job that happened last night for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals between New York and Tampa Bay, where Tampa Bay drilled New York. The final score was 8-2. I did that game last night. I should know. But yeah, an 8-2 drilling of that game. They're talking to one of the Islanders, Devon Taves and Matt Barzal, 2 of the young guys. Barzal got hit in the eyes. He has a black eye. One Tampa Bay also kind of acknowledging that not only were they good, but the Islanders were, a little bit of a shock, but no, they're really just acknowledging what happened and understanding. Tampa was really good last night. Like, they looked exceptional. And I'm telling you, people are starting to really realize that this team's not going to choke. They're going to win the Stanley Cup. I said it in preseason. I said this machine, it's going to find a way to win a championship. I know this core. I know how this team will not go without saying no. You have to remember, this is a Lightning team that's doing this all without Steven Stamkos. And I believe, unless he tore an ACL, an MCL, or Achilles, or has concussion issues, obviously you look for health first. But if they make the Stanley Cup final, Stamkos, this has been his dream to have a chance to win a Stanley Cup. He was one of the big-time players in the Stanley Cup final last time they went in 2015. If they get past New York, I think Stamkos has to go up there and play either Dallas or Vegas. I'm talking about the goaltending lookups with Grice and Varlamov. I'm going Grice all the way. Grice looked bad, and he let up some goals, but they were some really well-timed goals. And the second thing was I watched Varlamov, and Varlamov looked really bad. I think Grice is a type of goaltender that you put in that'll have it'll be a 2-0 shutout in game 2. He can get that momentum. He can work with it on his side. I can see that with Grice. Varlamov, it looks like it'd be more of the same story. I'm believing in Grice, not Varlamov. Right now, actually, it's 36-32 Houston with 11:49 left in the second quarter between the Rockets and the Lakers. So we'll see, obviously, what
Hello, Mr. Brodeur. Hi, it's Tim from Enterprise.
happens in that next game, of course.
Which one? Describe it to me. Well, it's tall. Stanley Cup. No, you did not beat that thing a rental. Must be the Calder Trophy. That's a Arrowhead. No, not that one either. It's the Jennings Trophy. I'm pretty sure it's your coffee cup.
Um,
I'm looking for that.
Dallas, we'll see if they can keep up the offensive juncture, but man, they got to score more. Really, that's the big thing to me. They have to score more. They have to get the puck in the net and be better at doing so. Once they'll be able to do that, they will have some chance to really compete, be better, of course, in this series. They're just not looking as elite as they can be. You know, there's no other way to say it. Gotta be better.
Hey, it's so much better than laughing in the shed.
What's in the IMDM team? Come here every day. I'll get a free foot long if you'd like to. Because it's foot long season. Peacock's got nearly 175 exclusive live matches. That's why you can't not watch.
Secondary
Um,
Saturday broke the ice with Vegas' first goal of the night, and then he added an assist on William Carlson's goal a few minutes later. Saturday got 4 points.
You know, I am really excited to see how this series will go if it continues the way it's been. It kind of gets you really excited. This is why I love the Stanley Cup playoffs, the greatest playoffs in all the sport. I don't care. It is. It is that. There is nothing you can convince me otherwise. Again, I know this is quite boring. The lurkers did leave the chat, but we will be back with a lot of stuff to really look forward to and see once this period comes back. It will be coming back soon. I believe about 3-4 minutes into this period. So while this is happening, I'll give you some updates on the basketball game going on. It is 40-37 in favor of the Rockets. They lead by 3 with 9:40 left in the second quarter. It looks like that game will actually still be on at the end of this game if this game does end in regulation. So that will be cool to look at, of course. All right. Also, you guys, again, reminding you, if you like this stuff, I'll be doing the playoffs for as long as there are playoffs. I'll be doing the Eastern Conference Final tomorrow. Game 2 between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Islanders. Tampa Bay leads New York 1-0 in their best-of-7 series. We're back from Edmonton in a bubble between Dallas and Las Vegas. The Stars lead the series 1-0. And wow, they made the move in the intermission. No Bishop, no Hudobin. For the first time in his career, Jake Ottinger is going to play a playoff game. Jake Ottinger, Lakeville, Minnesota. Wait, wow, I didn't even know that. No, not only his playoff debut, Jake Ottinger has never played in the National Hockey League. It starts now. Reeves backhands it through. Ottinger's going to have a big chance. Try to take this game and take the Stars back to have a chance to take a 2-0 lead in the series. Off of the backhand, thrown in behind. And then Heiskanen flips this one close to where Schmidt was. A hit by Faksa. Nosek takes a hit by Dickinson. Stars are hitting everything. Reeves gets checked, and here comes Marchessault. Marchessault turns over. Poke checked away, and then there's going to be a penalty up against the Stars. That's the other issue I didn't talk about in the intermission. Dallas has committed way too many penalties. And so Radek Faksa is going to go for a trip. I actually think this is a Lindell penalty, but they put Faksa. No, Lindell just reaches. Faksa slashes. And Faksa goes to the box, and the Vegas Golden Knights have a power play. So Dallas is going to have to be on the kill again. Knights win the face-off, then the Stars strip it away and protect their goaltender by shooting it all the way down into the Golden Knights zone. Theodore picks it up behind the net. Theodore has Pacioretty, but instead he backhands it across to Carlson. Carlson away from Radulov, back for Stone. Stone on across for Theodore. Theodore holds it to the slot. Shoots one, deflected. Theodore tries to keep it in. Theodore to center, then Stone drops it off. Theodore holds it. Carlson. Theodore, slap shot. Deflected. Pacioretty. And he missed the net completely. Went off his stick not correctly. And then Lindell holds and shoots off of the side of Lehner. A shorthanded chance, but it was really just to delay time for the Stars try to get back on. Allow them to get back on. And Vegas is back into the zone. Deflection there for Martinez. And not able to get a real stick on the puck. And here comes Dickinson. Pass in front to the slot for Pavelski. Shoots one by the boards. And here comes Vegas with 50 seconds left on the power play. No shots on goal. Schmidt lays it on for Tuck. Tuck chip and pass. Try to find Tuck again on a pass and go, but Heiskanen clears. 18 minutes to go in the third period. 2 minutes played and 35 to go in the power play. Martinez, as Hintz is going to the locker room, he got hit hard. Tuck chases the play, and icing is called against Vegas. So here's the play. Carlson tried to shoot that one on net, and that hit the Shakara's leg pad, who's made a couple of blocks today. Then Theodore, and this shot is the one that makes Hintz go to the box, to the the locker room. It hit Hintz on the shoulder, but he protected his goaltender from making a save, a block. 85-mile-per-hour shot speed is slapping the puck there. Chance! Seguin! And it's gloved down by Lehner. And stop there. Okay, Josh, thank you for calling the stream amazing. I love it. And thank you for being here. I will recap stuff if you haven't seen it. There's a new goalie for the Stars. It's Jake Ottinger. He's never played an NHL game, and he's here today. He has not faced his first puck yet because, for the Stars, they've been blocking shots. There was a shot blocked by Shakara, and also Hintz is in the locker room because he took a shot to the shoulder by Theodore Blast. The Stars clear, and this power play is finished. A ton of power plays for the Knights. They did score a goal, but that's it. Waugh hands it off. Knights shoot in off the glove again of Shakara. Then Waugh chases Perry. Perry gets it to Seguin. Seguin over the top. Lehner grabs it and holds on. He's a rookie. He's a backup rookie. Jake Ottinger. He's never actually played in the NHL regular season, but he was good in the preseason. He's never played in the NHL. That's the thing. This is his first NHL game. And even though he's not facing a lot of shots, if he can go and shut out the Vegas Golden Knights for the rest of this period, no matter what the score is, and not let in a goal, then I think that's pretty good. Ottinger apparently is a good young goalie. He's just never played in the NHL, never gotten that chance and opportunity to. Hey, Tommy, glad you're here. Josh Ravens 8 has a bone to pick with you, but you are not that late. We're here in the third period. I want to tell you again, Tommy, if I haven't told you off of stream, that there's 30-second commercial here, that Tommy, I will be streaming every day, and I know you have school as I do, but tomorrow at around 8, I will be streaming the New York Islanders Lightning game too, as well as the rest of the games of all these playoffs. Puck comes out of the zone, Dallas in their own end. Also, Tommy, I just want to let you know, I know you want to watch as much as you can. If you're still awake at the end of this game, stay up because I actually want to call you and talk about some things that happened to me today. It's just because nothing against you guys, but Oklahoma City did fire their head coach. Okay, nothing against Joshua. You guys love you guys, but no homo. But the reason why I bring that up with Tom is like we actually know each other, and we know each other well, and so we wanted to talk to each other about some stuff going on in school. So, Tommy, if you're there, just at the end of the stream, just notify yourself. I'm actually going to give you a call. I know you probably I guess like 10 a.m. or something. I got a class at 10:45 tomorrow, so Stars will shoot this one in, and then it goes on for Heiskanen. 8 a.m. Ooh, that's not fun. Have fun with that class. Theodore on for Reeves. My earliest class is the 10:45 class. Dickinson, and he brought it on away from Como. Blake Como trying to make a move through with Kiviranta. Too far. Stars at center. Back for Lindell, and a Knight goes down. Oh, that is it. Oh, you think you told me about that class? That class seems fun. I might take that in a few semesters. If that's a major class, I might take that. Dallas shoots in. Lehner. Knight's trying to throw it out. Definitely. Okay. Then Gurianov slaps the puck across. Ben makes a hit. Sports Media and Society. Yeah, you were telling me about that class. Knights. They try to pull it through as well. Stone and a lead pass. There comes Pacioretty. Kiviranta, and it's gloved down. Not a shot on goal yet in this period for the Golden Knights. A lot of time for that. And Dallas has had their opportunities. So they're playing a better period. This third period has been much better, of course, but there's still time to go. Shakira in and behind the former Duck banked it past Whitecloud. Stars trying to go for the puck. They do. Here comes Janmark in a 2-on-1. Janmark holds, pass in front, save later. Sagan on the back check, and then Vegas will scoop it out and keep in their zone, trying to get to center. What an opportunity, though, for the Stars. Off the boards, Carlson tries to make a hit and make a play. Then he finally got it past him. Here's Carlson. Backdoor to pass it across. Blocked and deflected. Marchessault on through. Back for Carlson. And on the boards again. And Janmark will make a great pass. The Stars are getting better at their passing. And now Lehner will go behind the net to throw the puck around. On for Marchessault at center. On Tuck, who shoots this puck through. Klingberg in behind. On for Denis Gurianov. Gurianov boots it through another, right to the glove of Lehner, who holds on. 13:06 to go in the third period. 3-0 Vegas. Chances for Gurianov, Corey Perry, and Faksa, but nothing to show on it if you're the Dallas Stars. They had a very bad second period, but this third period looks good if you're a Stars fan. It doesn't look bad. And Ottinger, the thing with Ottinger is he's playing well, but like confidence-wise, you really can't remark on how good he is as a goalie because he's never faced a shot on goal in the NHL. At least past preseason, he never has. Yet, because the Stars have done a good job at deflecting and blocking pucks. At some point, though, I mean, it got to happen in this period. The Vegas Golden Knights are going to have a chance where they're going to get a puck on Ottinger, and we'll see how he fares. He'll probably make the first few stops, but when it gets and the going gets bad, we'll see if he's a goaltender that's like a rookie that comes under the pressure, or if he's like one of those goaltenders, like you would say, Thatcher Demko. We'll see how he goes. I'm not a Stars or Knights fan. I want Vegas to win. Yeah, I know. None of us are Stars or Knights fans here. Unless the other person here is a Knights or Stars fan. I'm not sure. Usually just lurkers, of course. I kind of want Vegas to win. Again, though, I really don't care who wins. It is pretty remarkable, though. The team that is seen as not ready to win the Stanley Cup yet, and kind of a younger team, and has had the longest cup drought out of any of the four teams, the New York Islanders, have won the most cups, which is kind of strange to think about. You like the four teams that made it, though? I don't care too much about either of these four teams. I'll be likely rooting for whoever wins the West. I have a feeling that I might actually root for the Islanders for most of this series, even though I did have the Lightning winning. Tommy is a Rangers fan, so there's a reason why he doesn't root for the Islanders. Puck goes to the corner again. Tuck trying to jab at it. Stars put it through, glove down again by Stone, who sends it on for Schmidt, back to Stevenson, who made that play to Waugh, and then Nosek, which made it 3-0. The go-ahead goal, a Stastny stuffing early in the second period. Ben flows that one through to the corner. Stone off of where Stevenson is. Stevenson tries to scoot it to center, and it just never was able to go that way. Here come the Stars. Snapshot this one in. Nosek looks for the puck, then Whitecloud in behind his net. Dallas tries to steal, then Tuck. Then Carrier, a chance! Shot that one wide, no, it was blocked again. They still can't get a shot on the goaltender. So what a crazy this period's been, obviously. Puck versions its way through where White Cloud can go to the other side of the ice and then go into Dallas ice. Jamie Alexiak, a big defenseman fending off a big winger, Pacioretty. Alexiak somehow still has the puck. Here's Gurianov in. Backhand on a save later. Theodore. Stars keep in as a shot there close to where Pavelski is. Pavelski looks at Theodore again. Gurianov the hit. Stars keep in. They've got a good shift. There's a shot off the side of Lehner. And he has had his big-time chances here as a goalie. Pass in front for Gurianov, tries to stuff. And then here's Alexiak. Gurianov, shot on net. Vegas will go with it. Back to Waugh. Stastny's there. Waugh holds his hit shot. And he missed it completely. Here comes Kiviranta. Kiviranta to Heiskanen, and the finish doesn't work. 10:39 to go in the third period. Still 3-0. And a 9-shot-on-goal lead for the Golden Knights. Yeah, Tommy, what are those numbers? I think they're your fourth favorite teams, knowing on how I talk to you. But I'm not positive. I think that's how you rank them on who you're rooting for, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I could be wrong. Taken by Lindell, and there's an illegal face-off. So they're going to have to go do it again. A broken stick on the play, which the referee will have to go through. Lehner has had 3 shutouts in this position, in this postseason, these playoffs, and they all came in the second round against the Canucks. Dickinson off where Janmark tried to lob it through, and then Carlson back for Schmidt. Schmidt sees Smith. Schmidt goes to center. Knights clear. And they try to change. And then Knights go back after as the Stars are continuing to try the possession play. If they get hemmed in on the boards, Stars look for a break, and then a diving Carlson defended it. We're in the final 10 minutes of the third period here in the Game 2 of the 2020 Western Conference Finals. Stars lead the series 1-0. 3-0, though, is the lead for the Knights. A pass, that one deflected again by Stone. Tuck to the point. Holds it. Shooting to the corner of the net. Stars trying to get it to center. They finally will. That one looped off of White Cloud, and it goes to Holden. And it is icing up against the Stars. 7 shots on goal in this third period for the Stars. Nothing for Vegas. And Ottinger might have played his first NHL period as we go down, Rico Masquia's on, of no shots on goal yet. No shots on him. But there's still a lot of time. Nosek and Sagan. Sagan lost off that draw. Heiskanen shoots off a deflection. Ben trying to keep it in, and then taken back by Nosek. Trying to get it is Carrier, and then Sagan made a bad play. Nosek on the defensive side of the Vegas ice. Knights keep it in, and then thrown to center. Back to go get it, Martinez. Martinez fends off Radulov. Puck to the corner. Reeves to Martinez. Martinez to the glass to Pacioretty. Pacioretty shoots in. Stastny looks to go get it. Stastny and Waugh. The Stone line was the best against Chicago and really against Vancouver. The Waugh line has been the best against the Stars in this series. Lehner shoots it past the corner. Stars trying to keep it in. Pavelski. Stick handling out of a phone booth, and then the center. Found by White Cloud, who rips it in. Waugh tries to hit Shaketa, and then Pacioretty to the point. Held on a deflection type play. Waugh on for White Cloud. White Cloud shoots, save! Another save by Ottinger. Made his first 2, and a scramble down the goal line. finally was able to make the stop. His first 2 saves in his NHL career finally over. And a great play by him. Carlson in alone. Here comes Smith to the net, and Smith never found a shot to the net. There's another chance. Glove down by Ottinger. Another play there for Carlson, and the Knights are buzzing. 7:50 to go. Ottinger, in the span of 55 seconds, has made 3 saves, all tough ones. Back by Lindell. Shot to the side. Ottinger throws it back for Heiskanen. Heiskanen back through. Faksa shot it wide. Go on to the boards. Faksa in behind. Down to the point. Heiskanen tried to go get it again. Vegas still trying to get into the offensive zone there. And this period is just ticking down. And Vegas controlling Dallas's chances. The goaltending has helped too by Lehner. A question in goal. Still on the other side of the spectrum for Dallas. Khudobin most likely will start, but when is it healthy and ready for Bishop to go? And a glove save there by Ottinger in the sky to stop play. And so we'll be back. The first shot. Save of Ottinger off of it'll be 2 shots because that one was wide, but then a whack by Pacioretty. First save of his career. And a good one. There's around 7 minutes left in this period. And this game, obviously, if Dallas can't come and tie it.
That doesn't even make any sense.
But Ottinger's made 2 saves. I said 3, but I didn't realize that the White Cloud Blast went off a stick and went through close to his pads. It never hit him, but then obviously Pacioretty tries to bank it off of the guy, and Ottinger makes a save. He made another save off a point shot as well. So he's got 2 saves so far tonight. Jake Ottinger does. Obviously, we'll be back close. Close with the what's happening, of course, in the series. So it almost seemed like Vegas got lit on fire. And after that 3-0, they've just not been as good. Ottinger, or however you spell it, might start in Game 3. We'll see. I really think the best – Khudobin's good, but what the Stars want more than anything is to start Ben Bishop. But I don't know when that is going to be ready for them. Game 2, of course, they're announcing tomorrow at 8 o'clock between the Islanders and Tampa Bay. And a clean face-off one to McNabb, and just like last time, the opposite side with Dallas, there where they had a chance, it was an illegal face-off. Now McNabb shoots on net, deflected off the boards. Reeves tried to bank it, and he never got a good stick on it. Stars across the center, and opportunity for Dallas, but the back-checking of Vegas is just too pure. Shot into the Stars' end. As it's taken through by the Stars, and also just got word that Jake Ottinger was the first goaltender ever to make his NHL debut in a conference final. At least since the merger. And Pacioretty shoots this one save at Ottinger. Puck goes to center again. And the merger, I meant, of course, past the original 6 era. Thrown into Ottinger, who holds it in behind. Waugh makes a hit. Stastny's there to keep in. Stastny off a Dallas player. Stars will go. Line changes in behind Kiviranta. Kiviranta shoots, and he got punished from the boards. Hintz. This is an interesting line as Hintz is back out there after he was blocked earlier in the period. Had the block shot earlier in the period. It's Gurianov, Hintz, and Kiviranta. Taken by Nosek. On for White Cloud, who shoots through. Smith is the man back to go intercept the puck, but most of the Vegas Golden Knights are changing. And then behind, 5:05 left in the third period. Still 3-0 Vegas. Janmark, close to the boards, shoots in. Lehner is making save after save. This Alexiak shoots, save Lehner. Just speak of him. Then the puck goes off the wall and through to Heiskanen. Heiskanen across the center. Here comes Janmark. Janmark turns. Waits in center and tried to find Radulov again. Pavelski, and then for Heiskanen, who fell down. Radulov still trying to find a chance away for that. Then Faksa. Then back for Heiskanen. Heiskanen risks it through. Heiskanen goes to the circle, so he doesn't play the point. Now Radulov. Radulov to the right side. Alexiak falls down. Carlson hit him. No tripping call. Stars keep it in somehow. And kept for Heiskanen. Shooting! And that one went wide. Pavelski. Try to lock it down for Heiskanen. Ottinger goes to the bench. Extra attacker for Dallas. Stars trying to keep in. Janmark. And a foul boxer. Como shoot it high and wide again. Still there. The opportunity's been there. Kiviranta, who got absolutely slammed on the boards with that one-hit play. 3:37 to play in the third period. 6 attackers, and then stolen by Vegas, but to the boards, so they really can't get the puck out. Foxen, that was a dangerous opportunity, but Vegas is puck hungry, and the net is gaping. Here's a chance. Thrown to the sideboards and in behind the net. On for Lindell again. Stars still working on center. Almost intercepted by the Knights as it furrowed along to the boards. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Lindell just walks over to the bench because he was hit hard, didn't want to be on there for too long. Then Ben shot it on a cross. Ben in on back, then Sagan. Throttled to the point. Held by Alexiak. A shot there held. And then the rebound careened to the boards. Stone trying to glove it down and hold it. Stone loses the puck back, and Dallas will regroup. Corey Perry to center ice. From Alexiak, look for Hintz. And Ben tries to go get it, and he finally does. Here's Heiskanen. Pass in front, breaking a stick of Sagan. Immediately goes to the bench for a new one. Ben to Alexiak. Alexiak on for Heiskanen. Ben, Alexiak. Shooting! Perry tried to stash the rebound. Alexiak in behind. Janmark still. The final 2 minutes of the third period. On back for Alexiak. Pass to the middle was deflected. Alexiak tried to go to the slot. Stars try to keep it in. Now Vegas trying to lob it back again. This puck will be sent all the way down and icing. And 107 seconds left in game 2. And the Vegas Golden Knights were running around that sequence, but still, so Ottinger faces 2 shots and is out for an empty net. The extra attacker, still down 3-0, but an empty net goal will probably be all it takes. Dallas still trying to keep it in. Sagan twirled off the boards. Radulov. Back for Gurianov. On for Radulov. Knights will get it out and throw it to center. This puck will be taken by Esa Lindell. And Esa gives it on for Klingberg. Back to Lindell. Lindell shot off in behind the net. No icing call against Dallas. Stars is a stick infraction coming up against, I want to say Dallas. I think McNabb got whacked in the face. And another ridiculous penalty for Alexander Radulov. So he'll go to the locker room, and he won't come out unless the Stars force overtime here. Alexa, stop. This is what happens when Amazon invades your live stream, boys and girls. So he got really hooked high. It's a 4-minute power play because it's a high stick hooking, but it really means close to nothing. Reeves laughing. Maybe he's recalling on his power play penalty that he had up with the hit in the head. What did Alexa do? Oh, I said the words. I don't know if you heard. I said the word stars, and she gave me a science lesson on what stars in space and the sky do. Pretty funny. Marchessault still on the power play. Ottinger is back there. There's a shot on Ottinger and a save there, but Schmidt goes to center in the last 50 seconds of game 2. Puck went off a body. Down to Tuck. The question now will be, can the goaltender Lehner shut out the Stars in the playoffs? He's only shut out one team, 3 shutouts for one team in these playoffs, Vancouver. Let's see if he can shut out Dallas. 30 seconds to go in the game. Back by the wall. And then Schmidt. On across to Martinez. Back for Tuck. Trying to kick it back. On for the slot. Shooting! And that one went wide off of Marchessault again. The Stars will clear, but kept in at center. Everyone changes. Martinez at center will shoot it through to the final 4, to the final 3, to the final 2, to the final 1 and 0. And Vegas shuts out the Stars with a 3-0 performance in the middle of the second period. Robin Lehner, his 4th shutout of these playoffs. And the Vegas Golden Knights tie the series 1 apiece. All right, that's it. Game 2 is over. 3-0 Vegas win. Something's on the ice. The Flamingos. I don't get that. But every time Vegas wins, there are flamingos that are chucked onto the ice. But Vegas does win 3-0, and they tie the series at 1. Goals by Paul Stastny, goals by what was the second one by? It wasn't Tomas Nosek. William Karlsson, excuse me. Yeah, Karlsson. Goals by William Karlsson, and then goals by Tomas Nosek, which has made it 3-0. And the game-winning goal was scored by Paul Stastny, a Stashing. 3-0 shutout. Vegas ties the series at 1 of the 2020 Western Conference Final. Good night, everybody, and happy hockey. I will see you tomorrow for Game 2 of the 2020 Eastern Conference Final between the Lightning and the Islanders. Tampa Bay leads the series 1-0. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, and happy hockey, everybody.